Hello everyone and welcome back to the Nerd Cave. In this video we are going to look at how to connect a button to our ESP32S3. We are going to look at the active high and active flow method. And then we're going to add two buttons to our lidar scanner, or also Night Rider LEDs, to control the speed it moves from left to right. So let's get started. To follow along we will need our breadboard with our ESP32S3. We at least need one button for the first example and two for the Night Rider one, and then we just need a few wires. Buttons can be wired in two ways. The first one we're going to look at is active high, so we're going to have to follow along with this diagram. In active high, the pin will read a 1 when the button is pressed. This is because it is connected to 3.3 volt supply. So here we have our circuit where pin 40 is connected to our button, and then the other side of our button is connected to this positive voltage rail, which is connected to 3.3 volt. On my website we can go find some demo code. Link will be given in the description. So we'll go to ESP32, we'll go to ESP32S3 Pico, go to button input and go to code active high. So let's copy this code and then paste it in Phony. First we import two modules, pin, which will let us control the input and output pins on the ESP32S3. UTime gives us access to timing functions like pauses. Next we set up our button. Here we are using GPIO 40. Pin in means that it's an input pin, and then pin pull down means the pin normally stays at 0 until we press the button, which pulls it up to 1. Finally we create a loop. The program runs forever, constantly checking the button. Button value returns 1 when pressed. If it is pressed, we print a message, you press the button, then pause for 1 second so it doesn't spam the console. Running this code, we get the following result. The state of this GPIO pin is currently 0 since it's being pulled down. As soon as I press the button, we pull this button high to the 3.3 volt, and then we get the result, you press the button. Now let's look at the other way, which is going to be active flow. In active flow, the pin reads 0 when a button is pressed because it is connected to ground. Here is our circuit, and this button is now connected to the negative rail, connected to the ground here on our ESP32. Now on my website, let's just quickly go and copy this active flow code here, and we will go back to Phony, press Ctrl A and Ctrl V. Now the only changes that's happening here is now we want to keep our pin high, so we do this pin pull up, and this will keep my pin to the 3.3 volt rail. Now if I press the button, it will go down to ground because it's connected to ground. So if button value is 0, then we will have you have pressed the button. So just to verify, let's run this code and check the output. So if we press this button, it will show you press the button. Now let's quickly go add two buttons to our Night Rider LEDs to control the speed. You will need to use the following diagram. Here we are just connecting two buttons to pins 17 and 18, and we're making sure they are active flow. On my website, just go to the Night Rider code and then copy this and go paste it in Phony. So let's look at the changes to this code. In this one now, we have here the setup for the button. So we said we're using pin 17 and 18. And then here we have speed limits to make sure it doesn't go too slow or too fast. So the minimum delay is 0.01, maximum delay is 0.3, and then when we press a button, we'll make a amount change of 0.01. So here now we check the buttons, and then here in this function we will control the delay. So if button slower value is 0, we will change our step delay and check if it's a minimum, and then have a debounce. And here if the button is faster, again we'll check our maximum step delay and have a debounce. So now here in our code, everything else is still the same, but we're using this step delay. So running this code, we get the following results. So here is our normal speed, and we can see if we press this button, here our LEDs will go slower. And if we press this one a few times, we can see the speed is increasing. I hope you found this tutorial helpful, and I will see you in the next tutorial.